Welcome to class. Today we'll be learning about this clone stamp. We have two of them and the shortcut is S. Just simply click S on your keyboard and then there you are. So you mix with Shift and S, so you can select as different of them. So for example, I want to clone this cup and I want to have this cup somewhere here. It's very easy to just come. Now you clone by pressing Alt key. So you increase the size and select and press click Alt on your keyboard and select the very object and then come to that very place where you want to clone it, and there you are, it clones it exactly. You can also clone this lens, Alt click and then come to where you want to put it and put it there. You can also do that. Now like I told you, I would encourage you to be working with a destructive layer. So you create a new layer and select sample all layers, okay, and then you clone. Now let's alt click and then come here and clone, and then we clone this phone. Let's have this phone somewhere here. We alt click the phone from the edge and then we come here and then we have the phone right here. Okay, now there we go, that's the phone. And then you click this mouse, alt click, and then you bring the mouse maybe over here so we can have two mouse. All right, so that's it. Now that is how you use this. Now when you have it on a layer like this, you can decide to hide it and bring it back, hide it and bring it back. Okay, so that's a clone stamp. Now we are going to practice with the next. This is a pattern stamp. For the pattern stamp, you actually can do the same thing. Like I said, you can actually sample all layers and do all of the things you intend to do. But for the pattern, you stamp your layer with different patterns. Now there are different patterns. There are trees, there are grasses, there are water. These are the default. You can also load import and also load additional ones and create new patterns yourself. However, we're going to use say we're going to use this grass pattern. So you just come and do that. Okay, brush it over wherever you want. You can also use harder brushes. You can use wet brushes. You can make this thing to be very hard, so when it is hard, you see the edge is very crisp. Okay, and all of that. You can decide to do all of this with the pattern stamp. So I do hope you practice and practice and practice. You can also apply this to the image of a subject. For example, let's say we want to have her face to be cloned. Let's just go back through history and then we intend to clone her face, and then so all you just need to do is alt click for the very first one. That's a clone stamp. So you increase the size, look for where you want to clone, then you alt click. All right, and then you bring it just right here and there you go. Okay, let's try to bring it closer to her, just directly behind, so we can clone her right here, and there you go. That's it. And so you have it. So thank you so much for your time. Take your time, keep practicing, apply it to different kind of images and practice.